Hi and welcome to the first episode of Bobcat Overtime. I'm Brett Hanebrink.
And I'm Michael Lively. This year we'll bring you recaps and player profiles of Ohio's D2 team throughout the season. First, let's recap last year. The 2016-17 Bobcat team was one of the most successful in their program history. With 13 home wins at Byrd, they made it very difficult for opposing teams to steal a game. The Bobcats also captured their first ever victory versus rival Miami in a 5-4 shootout in Goggin Arena. This set the tone for the rest of the season. The Bobcats finished as the number 7 seed in the Southeast Regional. After a wild 7-5 victory over league rivals University of Cincinnati, OU was matched up against number 3 Toledo. Toledo had the Bobcats numbered during the regular season. However, after a very strong team performance, the Bobcats edged Toledo 2-1 to make it to the Nationals for the first time ever in program history. After 3 close competitive games in Columbus, the Bobcats failed to make it out of group play. The players who will return to the Bobcat team will hope to use its experience to help them return to Nationals.
Let's take a look at some of those key returners up front. On the top line, Coach Oberlin has CJ Hoy centering Mason Schmidt and Matty Geither. 3 defensively responsible seniors are on line 2 with Joseph Pergolizzi, Nate McPherson, and Logan Drell. The third line brings in a younger group of guys with sophomore Kyle Kinnaman and rookies Mason Yenchar and Luke Klecker, while the fourth line has veterans Connor Horty and Austin Reynolds playing alongside rookie Jack Struwing. One notable guy that will help lead this offense is Mason Schmidt. Schmidt led the Bobcats in points last season with 13 goals and 24 assists in 31 games. The 6'3" forward is now in his 3rd season with the Bobcats. Expect big numbers from Schmidt if he's playing on a line with fellow Clevelander Matty Geither. One other forward that I'm looking forward to seeing play this year is rookie Mason Yenchar. Yenchar played last season for the Cleveland Barons U18 AAA team. In 32 games, the small winger had 8 goals and 4 assists. This is a good young player to watch as he continues to develop.
Let's turn our attention now to the defense of the Bobcats. The blue on the Bobcats look a lot different as only 4 out of the 8 are new returners from last year's team. On the first line, we have Matt Worst matched up with Pat O'Donohoe. On the second line, we have Gustafson matched up with Pat Daniels. Third line, we have James Francis matched up with Brad Bedoy. The Bobcats also picked up freshman Brendan Sano and Matthew Godford this year to help the Bobcats in the back end. A key returner for the Bobcats this year will be number 11, Matthew Worst. The only Bobcat to make TSCHL first team last season put up 24 points in 30 games. A very patient defenseman will likely be used in the power play where 4 of his 7 goals happened last year. A new face in the back end that is expected to log a lot of minutes this year is number 4, Pat O'Donohoe. O'Donohoe played in 31 games last season for the U18 AAA Junior Flyers. He is projected to be a key role in the power play and be relied on heavily during penalty kills.
With a lot of change going on in the back end, we'll also be seeing some new faces in net this year for the Bobcats. Only 1 of 3 goaltenders from last year's team is returning. This will be Michael Lively's 4th season in goal for the Bobcats. This netminder put up a .917 save percentage and 2.55 goals against average in 2016, which earned him a spot on the TSCHL first all-conference team. His veteran presence in the crease should give the offense some comfortability. I expect Lively to share the net pretty evenly this year with incoming rookie Corbin Gustafson. Gustafson may get his Bobcat debut this weekend in the 2-game series against Slippery Rock. The freshman dealt with some injuries this past season, playing only 3 games, but 2 seasons ago he posted a .909 save percentage and 2.3 goals against average in 13 games, playing for Team Comcast's U18 AAA team. The Bobcats also picked up Joe Sefcik to pick up some minutes in net. Looking at the team altogether, I think they should produce somewhere around 18 to 20 wins in their 31-game schedule. There's been a lot of change and movement with the depth players, yet the core guys are all still there.
So every single player is going to be expected to be able to play, step in, execute on anything that we need to do and want to do. There's not going to be a lot of room for error this year. I think the players that we have, the caliber of the new guys coming in and our returners, I don't think we're going to miss a beat. I think we're going to jump right in and start out the same way we ended the year last year.
Let's turn our attention now to the 2017-2018 season for the Bobcats. OU opened season with Slippery Rock, who is an ACHA Division I team. This is the first time the Bobcats will play a Division I team in their program history. The team will also have a home-and-home this year with Ohio State on Dad's Weekend. The two teams split the home-and-home last season. The Bobcats will also travel on the road to play league rivals Louisville to start December. The Bobcats will have a heavily loaded second half schedule where they start off with a home-and-home versus Miami, followed by Toledo coming in town. Both teams are looking for revenge against the Bobcats this year. The season hits the road for 2 straight weekends after that, playing Penn State and Liberty.
Last year we were home a lot. This year we are away a lot. It's going to be tough on us, face some adversity on the road, playing in unfamiliar barns, but I think it'll be good for us in the long run.
The Bobcats are fortunate, however, to host the TSCHL playoffs at home in February. Also, Nationals are in Columbus this year again, so the Bobcats' road to Columbus is just right up the road.
The road back to Nationals starts this Friday for the Bobcats at Bird Arena.
The Bobcats will be facing off against Slippery Rock with hopes of starting off with 2 straight wins.
Be sure to tune in next week for a recap on those games, and as always, thank you for watching.